Kirk here again. It's another episode of How the Heck Do You Work on the LT? So, this customer has a light out in the gas gauge. So, I'm going to go about changing out the light in the gas gauge. The way you do that is you got to take off the windshield and you got to take off this cover here. And then it will expose that panel in the back. So, you do that by peeling these off this way. Okay, there's a couple hooks on this side, and then the little push tabs are on this side. So you go from the inside out. Okay, in this part of the video, I had to re-record the audio because YouTube did not like the music that was playing in the background and tried to give me a copyright strike. So, as you can see, we pull off the screws holding on the windshield. There's just 4 screws. Remove those. And keep in mind the orientation of that little metal bar there, that the fat end goes towards the bottom. Just so that so you don't get them mixed up when you go to put it back on there. Anything you can do to reduce the risk of scratching your windshield, you would definitely want to do that. Set that off in a safe area so it doesn't get all scratched up. And next you're going to go about removing the top cover. And you can see these are the locations of some of the screws. So there's 4 screws that are down in the bottom. And there are 2 screws right there where I just pointed. And you'll have to adjust those arms, the windshield arms, in order to access those screws a little bit better. If you lower those things down, you'll be able to access the screw locations a little easier. And the last screw that you have to take off is behind the map light. So take a pry tool and pull off the little map light that's right there on the dash. And you'll find the last screw there. Be real careful that you don't drop that one down into the bike when you pull that one out. It's can be a little bit tricky, but hey, we're working with power tools. No problem, right? What could possibly go wrong? Once you remove all those screws, you're going to have access, and you pull that panel off, you'll have access, which you'll see here. Once you pull that screw off of there, you can lift off the whole thing. And those wires that you see there are just, I think that's a Sirius XM radio or something like that. Anyways, you see these little black rubber boots in the circle portion there. That's where your light bulbs are. So when you go to change out the bulbs, it's really pretty simple. You just simply pull those out. You can use a pliers. Sometimes you can get your fingers down in there and be able to back those out of there. And there's the light bulb. You just pull it out and replace it with either a stock light bulb, or as I'm about to show, you can also put in LED light bulbs. I would highly recommend the LED light bulbs because they change the color of the dash from being kind of an orange color, kind of hard to see, to a very bright white color. So you go to super bright LEDs and pick up that number there, 74-CWHP3. It's a mini wedge base, and I use the cool white ones. you can put whatever color you want in there. I think you can get red, orange, blue, green. You know, there's all kinds of different colors. But the white ones really do stand out. They give it more of a modern look. Doesn't look so antique. The one light that I was not able to change, I did look into changing it, was the one that's in the computer. That little thing where, you know, you can read the temperature and stuff. This is on the older models. I know the newer models have temperature right in the gauge cluster, but the older ones did not. So anyway, once you change those out, just put it back in there, give it a test to make sure it works. I know on the LEDs those are polarity based, so it's, you know, it's a plus and negative side, so you have to make sure you get it in the right way. I would test those before you button everything back up, just to make sure that you, in case you need to flip one of the bulbs back over. But once you do, you're going to be really, really pleased at the way that works. So once you get that thing back into place, go ahead, put your covers back on, and get out there and enjoy the ride. So thank you so much for watching this video. As always, if you'd like to take a look at my Patreon link, it'll be down in the video description. Also, take a look at the poster and the like, and anything you want to do to help me out. But I certainly appreciate it, and appreciate all the emails that I get from people. And I'm glad that these videos are helping you guys out. So have a good one, guys. We'll see you on the next one.